Introducing next.
Welcome back, fans, to Rumble in Sheffield 2.0. This is Phoenix Event, and the next match to be contested over one fall, just one fall, remember, the four-way for the Rising Trophy.
Phoenix Rising Trophy, and Phoenix Rising.
Let me tell you something, Matt, here, because you're quite right. Phoenix Rising. And why do we call it Phoenix Rising? It's because it's an opportunity for guys to make a name for themselves.
It's not really an opportunity at least to make a name, man, Decane. It's an opportunity to make an impact.
You know, and certainly these four guys are looking out to do that. How do you choose, Matt? How do you choose in a match like this who your favourite is?
But to be honest, Andy Kane, this is one of those matches where we've had singles matches, we've had tag team matches, we've even had a Rumble tonight, a Battle Royale.
Yep.
This is a match where I don't think you necessarily have to choose a favourite. All of these guys are out there to impress us, they're out there to impress the crowd, to impress the management here at Phoenix Events. My philosophy on these matches is it's going to be fast-paced, it's going to be exciting. Just sit back and watch. Let them impress you.
You know, and that's one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing. Let's look at the 4 guys taking part in this match. First of all, weighing 190 pounds, Jack Wilder.
Jack Wilder, indeed.
Phenomenal talent. We've seen a lot of Jack in the past, and I'm sure we're going to see an awful lot of him today as well.
Not sure what relevance to the match he has, letting Rob Sharpe spank him with his crop there, and he came, but
I'm not quite sure the least said about that, the better.
Oh, now Danielle's having a go.
Well, you know, it takes all sorts to be successful here in Phoenix Events, fans. And quite frankly, you know, yeah, good.
I have a horrible feeling that we're getting an insight into what goes on after hours at Rob Sharpe's abode here, Andy.
You know, what? Just generally what? But what can I say? You know, let's turn our attention back to the match there. We've mentioned, sorry, I'm a bit distracted now. We've mentioned Jack Wilder. We've also got to look at the man in the yellow. We've got to look, you heard the chant of Supernova when he came into the audience tonight. That, weighing 182 pounds, not giving up much weight at all to Jack Wilder, is Tommy Nova.
Tommy Nova, Andy Kane, you know, Nova, Supernova, an explosive presence in the ring like a supernova is an explosive presence in space.
One of the fastest guys by far on the Phoenix Events roster, if not the fastest. And talking of fast...
Oh dear, quite unfortunate there.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Well, about that the better, I think,
well,
in terms of Jack Wilder's point of view.
That's certainly not making it easy for us here tonight, fans, to commentate on this match.
I think Rob Sharpe is kind of offended he's offended that Jack Wilder was offended.
I think we're a PG audience. Can I just check we're a PG audience? We're a PG show. Can I just confirm? Good. Okay, the guys in the back are telling me yes, we are still definitely PG, so thank you for that information. Well, look, interesting addition to Rob Sharpe there is, no, actually, that's the wrong choice of words. But let's talk about the woman on the outside of the ring, Danielle.
Danielle is here in the, she is here in the medium of being Rob Sharpe's valet and his personal assistant. But, oh, look, here we go. I don't think Tommy Nova and Shaun Cross are happy to stand around anymore while these two resolve whatever issues they have with each other.
Exactly. Living the dream. Whatever the dream is that they have, they're clearly living the dream.
I had a dream.
It's, I've had many dreams as well. Never quite like that. Never quite like that.
Rob Sharpe in, I do have to say. No offence to the man. He's a great wrestler, but you know.
I have to say as well, Rob Sharpe, pretty easy going on the eyes.
Indeed.
You know?
He's not a bad looking boy, but then again,
but what we've seen so far, very difficult to call and very difficult to do our job on. Tommy Nova seems to be on the losing side there of Rob Sharpe slammed down. That's the one thing, fans. Rob Sharpe may have fun when he's in there. Indeed. He may not be afraid to show a little bit of his sexuality, but he's also not afraid to show that he's in there and he means business.
It's a mistake to think that any man or woman is in that ring because of any other reason than their physical ability, NDK. These are highly trained fighting athletes.
Raking Tommy Nova over the top rope, Matt. Raking Tommy Nova over the top rope.
Going for a blatant choke there, NDK, as well.
Your referee, Craig Anderson, really needs to get on top of that action. He should be counting to 5 now. Definitely needs to be breaking it up. Jack Wilder back in the ring and still on the outside of the ring, fans, and maybe it's a wise move by him. Your Phoenix Rising Trophy champion currently, because we don't know what's going to happen in this match, Fearless Shaun Cross.
He'll be the champion for much longer if he doesn't get in the ring and assert himself, Andy Kane.
Well, exactly. You cannot win a match on the outside of the ring. Everybody knows that.
Interesting offense there. A headbutt to the buttock.
Tommy Nova now being double ganged by the two guys.
Being attacked, Andy Kane.
Attacked, thank you.
Attacked. Let's not use the word gang in any sense in this match.
I don't know what you mean, Matt. I don't know what you mean. However, what I do know is happening is in the middle of the ring here at Rumble in Sheffield 2.0 is all of these guys are out to win that trophy, and of course Shaun Cross out to defend that trophy, but he needs to be getting himself back in that ring.
It seems to be an uneasy alliance of kinds between Rob Sharpe and Jack Wilder for the moment, but I can't think it will last when pinfalls come into the question.
And talking of alliances, let's never forget Tommy Nova, Fearless Shaun Cross, former tag team partners.
Indeed, Andy Kane. They formed one of the most high-flying and fast-moving tag teams in the history of the wrestling industry.
No shortage of history between those two guys. Whether Rob Sharpe and Jack Wilder are out to form their own history tonight is a different thing. But whoever wins this match, this will go down in the Phoenix event history as one of the best matches here at Rumble in Sheffield 2.0.
Rob Sharpe there, proving his credentials as an athlete, Andy Kane.
Rob Sharpe, amazing credentials.
Wow, little masculine bonding there. But they seem to have forgotten that there's another man involved in this match, Andy Kane.
And there still is. Fearless Shaun Cross with a double drop kick to both Jack Wilder and Rob Sharpe.
He's on fire now, felling both men. Drop kicks, elbows.
The Fearless one's back in, Matt, and he means business.
Indeed he is.
He knows that title's on the line, that championship trophy is on the line, and he's not going to lose it without a fight.
Now Rob Sharpe there instantly using his weight advantage, but not for long. Beautiful suplex there.
And you know, when you look at Rob Sharpe, you have to realise he's by far the biggest guy in this match. Indeed. However, it's not the size of the fight and the people, is it?
No, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight and the dog, Andy Kane.
Thank you, that's what I was trying to say. But I'm still a little bit distracted about what we saw earlier, fans. And I'm also a little bit distracted by the presence of Danielle at ringside. By crikey, whatever she's wearing tonight, I don't know if she's trying to get into it or out of it, but that's a sight to behold.
She seems to have left half of it backstage, Andy Kane.
I think she has. I do think she has. A little bit distracting to say the least. Heaven only knows how the guys in the middle of the ring are coping. Craig Anderson checking on all four guys and
Rob Sharpe's got enough
continuing
on his plate with the other three men in this match.
I think he has by far.
Oh, beautiful knee there, Andy Kane.
I'm so glad you said that, because it really was. Beautiful was exactly the word for it. And Tommy Nova may be in trouble.
This is one of the things I love about Rob Sharpe as an athlete, Andy Kane. Oh, he will surprise you with his athleticism and his ability in that ring.
Again, it only takes one pinfall to win this match on the trophy mat. Only takes one pinfall. And with a knee like that on Tommy Nova, if the other two guys hadn't been in this match, that potentially could have been match winning.
Here we go, Andy Kane.
Tower of Doom now by Fearless Shaun Cross.
Appears to be. Oh my God!
And that is why they call him Fearless.
The Phoenix Trophy, Andy Kane, I'm sure you'll agree, is fast coming to represent the most cutting edge and fast-paced action that Phoenix Events has to offer.
Absolutely, Matt, absolutely. I couldn't describe it better myself. They call it Phoenix Rising, and the reason is they rose off that turnbuckle then. They were absolutely without a shadow of a doubt. Wow, honestly, words seem to fail me right now, Matt, because how do you call action like this?
You just have to hang on for dear life, Andy Kane, and hope that something that you say matches something that's happening in the ring.
You know, Rob Sharpe taking over on Fearless Shaun Cross now. He may be fearless, but he gives up size to Rob Sharpe, and giving up size may eventually come back to cost him. Tommy Nova out of the match right now. Jack Wilder out of the match right now. And Shaun with a neck breaker.
You may say, Andy Kane, that he does give up size to the other men in the ring, but sometimes it's hard to remember that Shaun Cross actually does give up size. The way he fights like a heavyweight.
He does, you're quite right. He actually never lets his size be detriment to him.
I've never seen him back down from a fight. I've never seen him be taken lightly by an opponent that knew what he was up against.
Jack Wilder driving Shaun Cross off the top rope there. Shaun Cross taking his eyes off the ring uncharacteristically, but with that feeling fan.
Beautiful.
Breaker there. Fans, new champion. Wow. Holy Mark.
Just like that, Andy Kane. Just like that. The Supernova raises the
breaker.
Well deserved, Andy Kane.
Incredible, absolutely incredible pipe breaker by Tommy Nova, who goes over for the title, goes over his opponent, pins them 1, 2, 3. But let me tell you something, let me point something out to you now, Mark. Shaun Cross was never pinned.
Indeed, Shaun Cross lost the Phoenix Rising title without being pinned, submitted, or counted out of the ring. This has got to rankle with him, Andy Kane.
You know, these two, as we mentioned earlier, fans, former tag team partners. But that's gotta be on Shaun Cross's mind. He no longer holds the trophy.
Indeed. Tommy Nova beat Jack Wilder, but he did not beat Shaun Cross.
Tommy with the microphone right now. Let's see what he has to
say. Right, Crook Social Club. Are you having a good night? Now, finally won the Phoenix Rising Championship. But, as every single one of you saw, I did not pin the champion. So, I propose me and Shaun Cross rematch at the next Phoenix event.
Holy!
Great show of respect there, Andy Kane. I can't help but think that's going to be a hell of a match.
Same here, same here. So, when